So we must improve at home 100%. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever one it happens to be for you. I hope you are doing well. So we have got the game against Fulham at home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Of course, it's an evening game. One of those really strange 8 o'clock games, which I don't really get why we're really doing this on a Saturday, but hey ho, there we go. Yeah, we need to do better at home, in my opinion. We just have to be more proactive and not reactive in these games. Because I'm saying now, and I really do believe this, that if Frank doesn't fix up at home, that's where he is going to lose people. Because there is a bigger crowd at home and the discontent will be louder. At the moment, I don't think it is. I think people are willing to give him a chance, which is fair. And I think it's fair because I am saying I don't want Frank out. Not at the moment. But he does need to do better because at home, if he don't, then it will be shown by the home fans and that just won't fly. And unfortunately, they're not going to give him time because they're going to hear fans complaining, fans keep booing and discontent. And that's where his job will be in more danger. I think that it's really, really important that he does better at home. I think the way that we actually set up against PSG would be my optimal. I think that worked, and if that works, I feel like we should carry it on. And it won't be suitable maybe in every single game, but I do think that is a way to play. And if it works because of the players we've currently got, then we should do it. We should stick with what works. And I think lately he's been playing and he's messed around with it once, twice, but not really. So see if this carries on working, then do this fight until you think it don't work. I don't know. Like I think that each game is individual, but I think this way we look better because of the lack of strength, I guess you would say, of Richie. Playing the two up top really worked well with him and Moane, and I would like to see that again. There would be a few changes. You could still play maybe a Kudos instead. You could put on a Paulina instead. I would say. So you can mix it up a little bit, absolutely. There's still ways to put in other players, but I just think this way is actually probably quite a good way to play. We look attacking, and yes, we did give away goals, but like I say, I think it was just pure bozo moments. We didn't close down for the first two goals, which were really good goals to be fair, but we didn't close them down, same as we didn't for the Arsenal game. And then the other three goals were just bozo moments, if you think about it. It weren't really anything that they created that was special because they had two mistakes and a penalty. So I think that in reality, we definitely can get something out of this game as long as we are actively trying to win it. Having possession isn't good enough. Having control of the game isn't good enough if you're not going to do anything with it. I do not want to see the horseshoe football going round and round and round in circles. That's not what I want. I want us to be attacking. I want us to get a lot more men in the box because a lot of the time there's nobody in the box. Or when if like somebody who's going forward and they look around and there's nobody there, then that's useless as well. We all need to attack together, defend together as a unit and be more coherent, like not have them gaps between the midfield and the defence and the midfield and the attack and it all be disjointed. It needs to be more joined up, and I think that when we played against PSG it did look like that, and I do think that those young legs kind of helped, but we can't play the young players all the time because I think you can't really rely on them, and I do think that they will be inconsistent as well. But I do think on the other hand, they do need to get game time when we have looked a bit leggy and we haven't got legs to, especially in the midfield, to get up and down the pitch. And somebody like Sarr, who's not a youngster, I think that he is actually good because he has got a real engine in him and he will get back and he will get forth. And I do think he does have something to offer, and at least he does try. He does try and take like an outside the box try. He does actually do some decent passes. So somebody like Papa Matasar is somebody I would start. I would probably start with I would start with there's no Romero because he's been booked, didn't he? So he got in a yellow card, so he's not allowed to play. So you'd play Danso and VDV, and then I would play a Spence and Porro. I would play Bentancur and Papamatasar, Xavi and Kudos maybe, or Kudos and Bergvall, but I don't know. I think that probably Xavi and Kudos, and then play the two up top. And I don't think that's a bad idea. And I think that we could probably get something out of this game. Me, I think it's a tough game, so I'm going to predict a 2-2. I never predict us to lose, but my lack of confidence at home is due to how we have been playing lately. We have not been playing well at home at all. So, whilst I hope we win and I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that we absolutely smash them, I just can't see it because actually on their day they can be pretty good, Fulham, and they can be quite hard to beat. So for me, honestly, I think that 2-2 is going to be the result. Let me know what you think, what your score prediction is. Let me know who you would line up, how you'd line up, who you'd pick. Would you go with the PSG lineup, but maybe tinker a little bit, or would you go back to how we were playing before, three in the midfield? I don't think that works. We played it and played it and played it, and it's really not worked. So I think actually that if it's not working, that you do need to somewhat do something different. And like I say, that did work with PSG. So I think that we need to maybe try that again, try it out and see how we go with it, because I do think it's maybe a way forward for now, and until he maybe has a bit more of an idea when players come back on how he wants to play. So yeah, there are a lot of things to discuss, and of course there's a lot of talk in the with the fact of Frank and about Spurs fans. Are we being negative? I don't think it's being negative. I think that saying that you want Frank to improve is something that we all surely want. We all want to improve, and we all want us to do better and be more proactive in trying to win games. So I don't think that's negative. I think there is very, very few people who are actually Frank out. I don't think it's actually as much as you think. So I think honestly that people just want him to do better. I'm Frank, do better, if anything. So I want to see him do better, and I really, really do hope we do, because we've got a tough load of fixtures coming up in December. Christmas is always a difficult time with a lot of fixtures piling up and a lot of difficult ones coming up as well. Newcastle, we've got Liverpool, we've got a Forest who seem to be doing better lately. So I do think it's going to be a tough period. Let's see how we get on. So yeah, it will be a very interesting time indeed. So take very, very good care of yourselves. Make sure that you smash that like button, please, and we'll speak again real soon.